waiting for some.
Behind every legendary voice lies a story the world doesn't always see. The stadium lights, the platinum records, the standing ovations, but for some of R&B's most iconic artists, the real battle wasn't on stage. It was behind closed doors.
In love, just this one time.
From soul pioneers who disappeared into 15-year struggles with substance abuse to chart toppers found unresponsive in hotel rooms, these are the untold stories of survival, resilience, and redemption.
Don't cry. We've all...
I'm not here to judge. Number 10, Etta James. At last. Tell Mama, I'd rather go blind.
Sounds so strange, but it sure is good. I said, oh.
Etta James had a voice that could make you weep. Deep, soulful, powerful. She could sing gospel, blues, jazz, rock and roll, whatever the moment demanded.
Let me tell you now, I got a feeling.
But behind that voice was a woman fighting a war with heroin and alcohol. Her addiction led her down a dangerous road, writing bad checks, forging prescriptions, stealing from friends just to get her next fix. In 1966, she was arrested for fraud and put on probation. 3 years later, she violated that probation and spent 10 days in jail. It became a cycle. Rehab, relapse, rehab, relapse.
Oh, you make me feel all right, yeah. Oh, you make me...
1973 was a turning point. Etta was arrested for heroin possession. Instead of prison, the court ordered treatment.
Could be this way, but love's sure gone and put a hurtin' on.
But even in rehab, the struggle continued. She became addicted to methadone and started mixing it with heroin.
I said, oh, oh,
She spent 17 months at Tarzana Psychiatric Hospital. In her 1995 autobiography, Rage to Survive, Etta admitted those months changed her life. But staying clean, that was the real challenge. After treatment, she fell back into addiction, especially after getting involved with someone who also used drugs. The pattern repeated itself over and over. Even in 2010, at 72 years old, Etta sought treatment again, this time for painkillers. Despite everything she went through, Etta James left behind a legacy that still moves people today. Her struggles don't diminish her greatness, they make her humanity impossible to ignore. She was a fighter, always. Number 9, Michael Jackson. Number 8, Bobby DeBarge. Bobby DeBarge had a voice that could soar. As the lead singer of Switch, his falsetto was unforgettable, smooth, soulful, and powerful. He was also a mentor to his younger siblings' band, DeBarge, even stepping in when Elle and Bunny left the group. But Bobby's personal life was a different story. From a young age, he struggled with heroin addiction. No matter how many times he tried to get clean, opioids pulled him back. Eventually, his addiction led to something more serious: drug trafficking. In 1988, Bobby and his brother Chico were caught smuggling over 2 pounds of cocaine from Los Angeles to Michigan. Airport security found the drugs during a routine inspection at Detroit Metropolitan Airport. Bobby was sentenced to 5 years in a Wisconsin prison. While locked up, Bobby had time to reflect, and he told himself he'd turn things around once he got out. After his release in 1993, he tried to rebuild his career. With help from Babyface and L.A. Reid, he started recording again, including songs he'd written in prison. In August 1995, he released It's Not Over, a title that showed his determination to keep going. But behind the scenes, Bobby was fighting another battle. While in prison, he told his family he'd contracted HIV. By 1995, his health had deteriorated. He spent his final months in California before moving back to Michigan to be closer to loved ones. On August 16, 1995, at just 39 years old, Bobby DeBarge passed away from AIDS complications. His voice lives on. His struggle, a reminder of how addiction can steal even the brightest futures. Number 7, Donnie Hathaway.
Hey, my mama taught me how to pray.
Donnie Hathaway was a soul legend, a gifted singer, talented keyboardist and songwriter whose music touched hearts.
Boy, reach the age of 7.
Rolling Stone called him a soul legend, and songs like The Ghetto, This Christmas, and Little Ghetto Boy are still beloved today.
When I'm down on my knees, hey.
His collaborations with Roberta Flack, especially Where Is the Love and The Closer I Get to You, remain timeless classics.
Close to heaven, yeah.
But behind his incredible talent, Donnie struggled with deep personal battles.
My daddy lived his life to
At the height of his career in the early 1970s, he began experiencing serious mental health issues.
kid and a wife, and you got to do what you got to do.
He was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, a condition that would haunt him for the rest of his life. His behavior became increasingly unpredictable.
But it sure been enough what it takes.
During recording sessions, he would sometimes stop mid-performance, convinced that people were after him, and friends and colleagues watched helplessly as the disease took hold.
You can look at others differently.
The pressure of fame, combined with his mental illness, led Hathaway to self-medicate with drugs and alcohol.
Put your hand in the hand of the
He struggled to maintain stability even as his music continued to resonate with millions.
man, Galilee.
In 1979, while working on another album with Roberta Flack, Hathaway's mental state had deteriorated significantly.
Put your hand
Those close to him said he seemed distant, troubled, and unlike himself.
in the hand of a man who comes to see.
On January 13, 1979, Donnie Hathaway's body was found on the sidewalk below his 15th floor room at New York's Essex House Hotel.
Who comes to see, yeah.
He was just 33 years old. While his death was ruled a suicide, it sparked conversations about mental health that were rare in the music industry at the time.
Take a good look at yourself. You can look.
His story reminds us that mental illness is just as serious as physical illness, and that even the most talented among us need support, understanding, and proper treatment.
The man, Galilee.
Donnie Hathaway's music lives on, a testament to his genius. But his tragic end serves as a reminder that we must do better in supporting those who struggle with mental health challenges.
Hey, the man who come to see.
Number 6, Charlie Wilson.
That you'd fall down from heaven.
Uncle Charlie is one of the most celebrated voices in R&B.
That's just what I feel inside.
As the lead singer of the Gap Band, he helped create some of the biggest funk and soul hits from the late 60s until the group disbanded in 2010.
People search a lifetime and never find the true love.
As a solo artist, Wilson has been nominated for 13 Grammy Awards and 11 NAACP Image Awards, winning 2.
Heaven can enough for me to give
He's been honored with a Soul Train Icon Award and a BMI Icon Award.
me you. And now a hard thing.
Billboard named him the #1 adult R&B artist in both 2009 and 2020.
Be together, standing strong out here forever.
But before all of that success, Charlie Wilson faced life on the streets. In 1986, the Gap Band cut ties with their manager and lost their publishing deal.
I looked into your eyes, and I knew you.
Though they were still under contract, they struggled to find new management. With little money coming in and no clear path forward, Wilson turned to drugs and alcohol as a way to cope. What started as an escape quickly turned into a nightmare.
Tell me, how could I be so lucky?
He lost control, spiraling into heavy addiction. Wilson said, "I was doing it all, cocaine, crack, all of it.
From the bottom of my heart, baby girl, I just
Getting high all the time. I lost so much weight that I was down to about 130 pounds. Can you imagine a grown man that size?
wanna tell you that you are the reason."
I was 130 pounds in the 7th grade. For nearly 2 years, Wilson lived on the streets of Los Angeles. He moved around at night to avoid being seen and hid during the day. He ate whatever he could find and sometimes showered using random sprinklers around town. He was ashamed and didn't want to ask for help. But even when he did reach out, the people he turned to refused to help him. Wilson's life might have stayed on this path if not for one person. Mahin, a drug counselor who would later become his wife. With her support, he got sober and slowly rebuilt his career. Today, Charlie Wilson stands as a testament to the power of second chances. Number 5, Jackie Wilson.
Does nothing but burn.
Jackie Wilson was one of the greatest performers of his time, a true pioneer who helped rhythm and blues evolve into soul music. Known as Mr. Excitement, he was famous for his incredible stage presence, electrifying dance moves, and powerful voice. He started his career as a member of Billy Ward and his Dominoes before going solo in 1957. Over the years, he recorded more than 50 hit songs, 16 reaching the top 10 on the R&B charts, several climbing to number 1 on the pop charts. But while Wilson's career soared, his personal life was full of struggles. Behind the scenes, he was controlled by the mafia, chased by the IRS, and caught up in a life of reckless behavior. He had 3 marriages, countless affairs, and battled addiction to alcohol, amphetamines, and cocaine. Though many who knew him said drinking was his biggest problem, his drug use became more severe in his later years. In 1970, Wilson suffered a heartbreaking loss when his 16-year-old son, Jackie Jr., was shot and killed near their home in Detroit.
Just give me up.
The tragedy sent Wilson into a deep depression. He withdrew from the world, barely performing, and turned to alcohol and drugs to cope.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Note, Jackie Wilson's later health struggles and eventual passing should be included to complete his story. Number 4, Gerald Levert.
What I've been dreaming of.
Gerald Levert was born into soul music. As the son of Eddie Levert, the legendary lead singer of the OJs, music ran in his blood.
I could find someone to hold me,
But Gerald didn't just live in his father's shadow. He made a name for himself as a powerhouse singer, songwriter, and producer.
wouldn't be enough.
Michelle. April.
He first found fame as part of the R&B group Levert, alongside his brother Sean and their friend Mark Gordon.
How you doing?
To fall.
I need you to trace the call.
Later, he joined forces with Keith Sweat and Johnny Gill to form LSG, a supergroup that brought together 3 of the smoothest voices in R&B. Throughout his career, Gerald released 9 solo albums, 6 albums with Levert, 2 with his father, and 2 with LSG.
Now I lay here,
His impact went beyond his own music. He helped discover and mentor groups like the Rude Boys, Men at Large, and One of the Girls. But as the pressure of the music industry grew, and Gerald turned to drugs to help him cope. What may have started as a way to deal with stress soon became a dangerous habit, one that would ultimately take a heavy toll. On November 10, 2006, Gerald Levert was found unresponsive in his bed at his home in Cleveland, Ohio. He was just 40 years old. At first, it was believed he died from a heart attack. But when the autopsy results came back, they revealed the real cause, an accidental overdose. A mix of prescription painkillers, anxiety medication, and over-the-counter drugs had built up in his system. Vicodin, Percocet, Darvocet, Xanax, and 2 antihistamines. His family tried to shift the focus away from drug use, explaining that all the medications had been prescribed to help him deal with chronic pain from past injuries and surgeries. Regardless of the circumstances, Gerald Levert's passing was a heartbreaking loss for the music world.
I'm searching.
Number 3. Natalie Cole. Natalie Cole was an American singer, songwriter, and actress, and the daughter of the legendary Nat King Cole. Her breakthrough came in the mid-1970s with her debut album Inseparable, featuring the hit song This Will Be an Everlasting Love. The album's success made history. Natalie became the first African-American and the first R&B artist to win the Grammy Award for Best New Artist. But after a string of hit albums, things started to fall apart. By the early 1980s, her career was struggling, and behind the scenes, Natalie was battling a serious drug addiction. She later revealed in her autobiography, Angel on My Shoulder, that her drug use had taken over her life. She became addicted to heroin and crack cocaine, making dangerous choices just to support her habit. At her lowest point, and she even worked as a lookout for prostitutes. Her addiction nearly cost her everything. There was a terrifying moment when she refused to leave a burning building. Another when her young son, Robert, almost drowned in the family pool while she was high. Realizing she was on a path to destruction, Natalie checked herself into rehab in 1983, spending 6 months in treatment. After getting clean, she slowly rebuilt her career. She released the album Dangerous, which helped her make a comeback. But it was her 1987 album Everlasting that truly brought her back to the top. With hits like Jumpstart, I Live for Your Love, and her dance pop cover of Bruce Springsteen's Pink Cadillac, Natalie proved she was still a star, and she did it sober. Number 2. Whitney Houston.
Treat you kind, and
Whitney Houston was an American singer, actress, film producer, and philanthropist. She is one of the most awarded performers of all time. But behind the fame and success, she faced a long and painful struggle with addiction. In a 2009 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Whitney opened up about her battles with drugs and alcohol. She admitted that her drug use had started off lightly, but became a serious problem after the massive success of The Bodyguard and the birth of her daughter.
my darling, you.
In July 1999, Whitney's family, including her mother, Cissy Houston, staged an intervention, begging her to seek treatment. But Whitney refused. By 2001, her dangerously thin appearance sparked rumors about her health.
Bittersweet.
At the time, her publicist blamed stress, saying she simply wasn't eating. Years later, in 2009, Whitney admitted the truth. Drugs were the real reason for her weight loss. In a now famous 2002 interview with Diane Sawyer, she addressed the drug rumors head-on, famously saying, "Crack is whack." She admitted to using drugs, but downplayed the extent of her addiction. However, by 2009, she was more open about her struggles. In a deeply personal interview with Oprah, she revealed that her drug use became heavier after The Bodyguard's success and the birth of her daughter. She said by 1996, it was an everyday thing. She spoke of rehab stays and attempts to get clean, but admitted that her addiction continued even after treatment. In 2005, Bobby Brown took legal action and got law enforcement involved to force their daughter into rehab. Despite multiple attempts to get clean, Whitney struggled for years. In May 2011, she checked into rehab again, calling it part of her long-standing recovery process. But even then, her battle was far from over. On February 11, 2012, Whitney Houston was found unresponsive in her hotel suite. The coroner's report later confirmed that a mix of prescription drugs and alcohol was found in her system. Number 1. Dave Prater, Sam and Dave. David Prater Jr. was a Southern soul and R&B singer, best known as one half of the legendary duo Sam and Dave. With his deep baritone and powerful tenor voice, he helped create some of the most unforgettable songs in soul music history. According to Rolling Stone magazine, Sam and Dave were the most successful and critically acclaimed soul duo of all time, bringing the energy and passion of black gospel music into mainstream pop. Their biggest hits, Soul Man, Hold On, I'm Coming, and I Thank You, were recorded at Stax Records in Memphis between 1965 and 1968. These songs became Southern soul classics, filled with call and response vocals that made them feel like electrifying church sermons set to music. But behind the success, things weren't always smooth. The duo had a complicated and often tense relationship. When their time with Stax ended, things fell apart. By June 1970, Sam and Dave officially split up. After the breakup, Prater tried to continue his music career on his own. He returned to Alston Records in Miami, but his solo career never reached the same heights. He performed only sporadically over the next year. During this time, Prater struggled with drug addiction. Although his wife believed he was overcoming it, trouble found him again. In the summer of 1987, he was arrested for selling crack cocaine to an undercover officer. He later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 3 years of probation. The court also ordered him to pay a $2,580 fine and complete 150 hours of community service. Despite his troubles, his wife remained hopeful. She said, "He was having a problem there, but he seemed to be coming through it. It took hold of him for a while. But before he could fully turn things around, tragedy struck.
Now, David, I'm going back to that dressing room.
On April 9, 1988, just a year after his arrest, David Prater died in a car accident.
We want you to join us in a big...
Dave Prater's story reminds us that addiction can follow you to the very end, even when hope is on the horizon.